platform where brothers and sisters are. So we need a platform where brothers and sisters are coming with that positivity, not rapping about, all women, selling their bodies. We're not rapping about prostitution. We're not rapping about, killing each other. We're not rapping about selling drugs and destroying our communities. We're making positive, spiritually aware, uplifting music. I just want to see the day where little boys and girls can go outside and play and not catch a stray. I want to see the day when we get a proper education and they pass equal laws in the legislation. When they gonna let my brothers out of prison? What about the women and the children that's been missing? Imagine if people's lives were handled properly. It's crazy how people gotta live in poverty. And that's a fact. You got $10, you can go outside and get a bag of crack. You gotta almost be rich to get cancer treatment. I got some serious questions and answers needed. Cause we gotta be united for this kind of game. What Pac and Obama say? It's time for change. We don't need the realest niggas in the baddest. What we need is more doctors and some mathematicians. I'm just trying to survive. So I can. We living to die, and we dying to live. I'm just trying to survive. So I can live. I ain't no rapper, nothing. I don't care about the clothes that you bought. I told my brother stop bragging about you like you supposed to get caught. They never told us what we supposed to be taught. I don't know if it's a blessing or a curse to be alone with your thoughts. Cause sometimes I be losing my mind. And I expect you to understand. I know it's confusing, it's fine. I'm just trying to see the truth in the lies. I can always tell your true intent by looking you directly in the two of your eyes. That's the windows to the soul. I get the most high will when I think I'm about to lose control. Of course I want my pockets super swole. And I don't want you around me if you ain't about pursuing goals. Cause how you want respect if you ain't respecting yourself? I can offer you no help if you ain't helping yourself. And the product that I'm selling is selling itself. You just made an assumption. You tell on yourself. I'm just trying to survive. So I can live. We living to die, and we dying to live. I'm just trying to survive. So I can live. It's important to empower yourself daily. Positive affirmation. Speak life into yourself. Because listen, you are literally the last of a dying breed. What comes out of your mouth moving forward, what you do, the people that you unite, the people that you bring together, the people that you save. You're saving your own life, protecting your essence, treating yourself with respect.
Shalom, Israel. It's your boy New Breed coming through with another live stream. Giving y'all some of that spiritual voltage that you signed up for. That's that thunder. No, we coming back with that spiritual voltage that you signed up for. There we go, there we go, there we go. All praises to the Most High. I see y'all rolling in the chat pretty quick. If y'all like that song right there, that's from myself, Dre Static, and also iPod. You can find that particular song on New Breed Music and Motivation. And it's called Fighting to Live. And that track right there is the real deal. Lots of positive music over there on New Breed Music and Motivation. As you can see, I play other featured artists. My voice was on the song, so hey, I went ahead and threw it on there. But I definitely play other featured artists who are just talented. And shout out to Dre Static because we'll be doing songs together very soon, very, very soon. I see people rolling in the chat pretty quick. Jamie Rios is in the house. Crystal Jeter, Shelly Smith, Sophia Love, Reese Israel, Shelly Smith. Okay, all praises to the Most High. Future Hoops is in the house. Young Gene. As y'all enter the stream, make sure you hit it with a thumbs up. Share, share, share. It's time that we break the mold on this channel. For those who don't know, my views have been pretty much limited and they have capped my views. So in order for this channel to continue to grow and reach the people it's supposed to reach, it's going to take a team effort. It's going to take us to come together and actually support our interests. It's going to take us to actually share these videos everywhere. It's important, ladies and gentlemen, to really make sure that this word gets out there. So hit the thumbs up as you enter the stream, because today we got a real pivotal topic. This topic is needed. And a lot of brothers are going to be relieved to hear another brother speak on these topics, because a lot of our men out here are suffering right now. A lot of brothers are suffering right now. A lot of brothers are being put in the graveyard, pine boxes, 6 feet under. A lot of brothers are losing their livelihood. A lot of brothers are losing their damn minds out here, dealing with a lot of these modern women. Now, I know that this particular topic is going to piss a lot of people off. I get that. But it's necessary. I understand that in this modern society, our women have been sheltered from any type of public scrutiny. They've been protected from accountability. They have not been put under subjection. They have not been criticized. They have not been truly evaluated. And now we have a system where these women are mothers. And often they end up head of households. Now, first and foremost, when I speak about modern women, a modern woman is a woman who does not adhere to biblical patriarchal values. A modern woman is a woman who believes in this new way of family, which often this new way of family is the father out of the picture. The new way of family is the mother raising the child alone. The new way of family is child support, welfare. You got a lot of welfare queens out there. The new way of family for a lot of these new age modern women is everything that I just listed. The biblical patriarchal would be the Most High God, Christ, and then the man, and then the woman, and then the child. That's the order written of in the book of Corinthians. That means the Most High God is over the family, over everything, over Christ, over everyone. Christ is over the man, right? And the man is over the woman, and the woman is over the children. Now, what happens when you cut off when you cut off all other order? When you cut off the man, Christ, and the Most High, you have a society where demons are being raised. Now, what initiated this particular topic is something that I've been looking at going on social media with FBG Duck and his mother. There's a couple notable content creators and social media personalities that have been basically exposing this woman for allowing 50% of her children to die. Woman had 10 children, 5 of them died. And the fact that this woman had no accountability, the fact that, no one in the quote unquote conscious community seems to find an issue with this mentality of the modern woman, I find it necessary to make a whole topic regarding it. I'm not even going to focus and hone in on her because she's been exposed. A lot of these content creators, they tore FBG Duck's mother limb from limb. It ain't even no need for me to speak on her, because it ain't just FBG Duck's mother. It ain't just her. We're talking about an entire generation of women who think exactly like her. Now, I'm going to add balance to this particular topic. I'm going to add balance. I'm going to hold a lot of these women accountable for their actions, but I'm also going to go to some sources where I show you some women with some similitude of traditional values. And I'm going to allow those women to speak because we need more women that's going to step up to the plate and actually hold these other women accountable for their actions. And so we'll have a couple of sources where I'll have I will have women speaking and holding other women accountable for their wicked ways. But before we do so, we got scriptures to go to and we got some things to discuss. Now, the title of this video for y'all just joining, we're talking about modern women. We're talking about them raising demons. We're talking about feminism, and we're also talking about the wicked child support system. Oh, we're going to get into this child support system. And I got some stories to tell y'all about the child support system. Rollo on a 7 talk. Thank you for the $5 contribution. Appreciate you, brother. Y'all check Rollo out on his channel as well. And also, Ayana H, thank you for becoming a new member. Highly appreciate you. Lady P said, these single parent feminists raising lesbians and homosexual men. That's a fact. Agreed. Let's go to these scriptures. 2nd Esdras chapter 5 verse 8 reads, there shall be a confusion also in many places, and the fire shall be oft sent out again, and the wild beast shall change their places, and mischievous women shall bring forth monsters. Wow. The scriptures say that wild beasts shall change their nature. They're talking about demons. Now, all these youngins on demon time, right? Ready to drill, roll up on the ops on demon time. It said, wild beasts shall change their places, and mischievous women shall bring forth monsters. Ladies and gentlemen, this scripture is prophetic. It says there'll be confusion in many places, and that's what you see going on. No matter who it is, ladies and gentlemen, whether it be your Chief Keefs, whether it be your Dirks, whether it be any of these Chicago rappers, or any rapper for that matter, who came up and is creating music that destroys our community, violent music, deaf culture. What they all have in common is they all have been raised by single mothers. They've all been raised by single mothers. Fudd, man, thank you for the $15 contribution. Highly appreciate it. It says, it's up to us as men to stop impregnating women like Lashina weekly. Protect and respect your seed. That's a fact, bro. Absolutely. 100% agreed. We must definitely be careful with who we inseminate these days, because it can cause you a world full of pain. And that's why, as men, we got to personify masculinity and gain discipline over our vessels, because these women will ruin you. Real talk. Ledge, thank you for the $10 contribution. Highly appreciate you. Future Hoops, thank you for the $5 contribution. Says, I can tell. Let me see what it says there. It disappeared on me. It says, I could tell this live is going to be on fire. Thank you for your dedication to your people. May Ahaya continue to bless you and keep you. Thank you, brother. Highly appreciate it. Absolutely. Oh, we're going to get into it. Better believe that. It said that mistress women will bring forth monsters. And that's who they bringing forth. The way they're raising these children. You got these women thinking it's cute when their little sons is running around acting batshit crazy, speaking all kind of violence. They think it's cute. They think it's cute when they in school fighting other kids and bullying and harassing other children. These are the same mothers that's cackling because they kids is out here being bullies in the streets. These are the same women who somehow manages to get inseminated by these men, but these men never stick around, or these women push these men away. But they always seem to end up alone with raising these children. Let's go into these scriptures, man. Isaiah chapter 3, verse 12. As for my people, children are they, or excuse me, as for our people, my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err, and destroy the ways of thy paths. As for my people, children are their oppressors. Children are ruling the communities. These children are holding the citizens of that community hostage in their own homes. These children are outside breaking into cars. These children are the ones out there watching people as they bring their appliances in the home. These children are the ones breaking into people's houses, going through people's windows, taking their belongings. And it says, as for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. It's the women ruling over them. Where are the men is the question. Debo Santana, thank you for the $2 super sticker. Highly appreciate you. So now we got to hold these women accountable. Now, in the woke community, in the conscious community, we got to treat all these so-called black women as queens. All of them, no matter what they do, no matter what type of wickedness, no matter what type of evil these women are doing, we got to treat them like queens. Well, what do they say about us black men? You hate women. He hates women. That's exactly how it comes every time. When we try to hold these menstruous, demonic ass women accountable for what they're doing, automatically the fail-safe, the mechanism is that man hates women. Yep, somebody said it. Accountability for the modern one is kryptonite. Absolutely. Absolute kryptonite. Shakina says, because a man don't want you, leave the children out of your mess, women. Absolutely. A lot of the times these children are used as weapons. That's what they're used as. And it says, as for my people, children are their oppressors. How is children their oppressors? Think about it, ladies and gentlemen. How are children being used by women to oppress our nation? That's the question. How are children being used to oppress our entire nation? And how are they being used by women? I tell you what it is. It's the child support system. It's the child support system. I watched a man crying, shedding tears. After 18 long years of paying child support, he was shedding tears of joy. You could tell that it was such a burden to him actually building something. You could tell that the man was hurt, and he was giving thanks to the Most High for getting out of that situation after all those years and being able to actually make something of himself. Because we're going to talk about how the child support system oppresses the entire nation, not just the men. See, women in this modern society believe, because they can get their cheap thrills, because they can get 30 shekels, they believe, truly believe, that only the man is being oppressed and they're being uplifted. No, that system is oppressing your entire nation of people. We're going to get into it. Yima, thank you for the $20 contribution. Highly appreciate it. Says, these women are the ones the Bible compares to an ostrich. That's a fact, though. The Bible also compares these women to a pig with a nose ring. These women who have no discretion. Raymond Waters, thank you for the $5 contribution. Say you doing God's work. New breed, keep it up. Thank you, brother. Highly appreciate it. Highly appreciate you, family. Now, how is the child support system being used? Let me give y'all a story. Now, y'all know me. Oftentimes, I share certain sentiments with y'all. I've told y'all on this channel, especially a lot of you brothers, that if you a real man, you ain't gonna let no woman keep you from your children. That was my sentiments on it. That still is my sentiments to a degree. You're gonna fight tooth and nail. You're gonna go through hell and high water to get with your children, to make sure that you have your babies. What grandma thinks about it, thank you for the $5 contribution, says men have committed suicide over child support. That's a fact. And I've told you, brothers, to do what you got to do, stack up your bread, get you a lawyer, fight it in court. This is what I told you, brothers, to fight it in court. Ladies and gentlemen, this system of feminism hates men. It hates men. Even if you stack your money up and you are out here trying to fight for your children, my sentiments have changed on that. Even if you're trying to take it to court, I don't think a lot of people are prepared for what they're going to have to go through. Now, I'm speaking from as an individual who went through the court system. I understand all the semantics of it. I understand the hypocrisy of it. I understand what they do to men. But this story that I'm about to tell y'all is not my story. My story ended a little bit different. The story that I'm about to tell y'all is a brother that I will keep his name under wraps. But he was a brother who watched my channel and he fought for his children. And the outcome saddened me. The outcome of what he'd been through and how it ended, from him actually being the plaintiff and fighting for his children, it really, really put a sickness in my stomach. It made me sick to my stomach. I couldn't eat for a day thinking that this system did this to another man. I'm going to share the story with y'all. And y'all make sure y'all get the thumbs up on this live stream. Y'all make sure y'all get the thumbs up because this word needs to be heard. Because I think that some of these modern women don't know the damage they're doing. So here we have it. There was a gentleman who came from the streets. The man, he'd been through a lot of things in his life. He dealt with a lot of women in his life, but he turned his ways around. He was following my content. He went from stopped smoking weed every week. The man stopped drinking. The man stopped NoFap and he started PMO. The man changed his life. The man got a gig. The man went on a straight and narrow path, right? The man changed his life. He had an idea that he may have children out there in the world because of the way he was living. He said, man, I may have children out here in the world because I was living reckless. There's one sister in particular, I think she may have my children, 2 of them. A girl and a boy. LaDonna, thank you for becoming a member. Highly appreciate you. He said, man, I may have children in the world. It's this one sister I dealt with. She never really reached out. She kind of like parted ways without much of a warning. I don't know if those children are mine, but you know what? It's weighing down on my spirit. And as a man of the Most High, if I have children out there, I want to do the right thing. This is what that brother's mentality was. I want to go out here and I want to do the right thing. Now the man worked a 9 to 5. He made the typical amount of money that all men would make who work in warehouses. He made $50,000 that year. It wasn't much. He had two other dependents. But he was on a straight and narrow. It was enough money for him to go get a lawyer. He acquired this lawyer and he said, "New breed, I'm taking this to court. I finally got me a lawyer. I want to go ahead and I want to go get DNA tests." So they issued out a DNA test. The lawyer, they served her up with papers. The man was very joyful that this woman was being served with papers, because whether it was positive or negative, whether the children was his, he was taking initiative as a man to try to do what's right so his offspring and his seed wouldn't do without. Come to find out, brothers and sisters, the children was his. Now this woman fought him back tooth and nail. She goes and gets a lawyer as well. Her lawyer put a little bug in her ear and said, "Hey, you should put this man on child support right now. Before the court case is done and everything. But the day you find out that it's his, go down to the office, put him on child support." So that's what she did. She put him on child support. It was 2 kids, Courtney. So now he goes to court. He battles for 6 long months. And what the ruling was astonishing. A man who made $50,000 a year working in a warehouse, he ends up not only having to pay child support, giving the children their monthly support, but since this woman lives all the way across the country, he's responsible for all travel. Now, this woman made more money than him. She met another guy, and that guy was pretty much supposed to be his replacement father. That's supposed to be the replacement father of these children. So she made more money than him and has another man raising his children. But this man was responsible for all the travel. He was responsible for, he also said he was responsible for the monthly bills, which I won't get into the numbers. So now he has to do monthly travels. And since this woman went and put him on child support, the moment where the blood test and DNA test was done, he starts off with $10,000 in back pay child support. So a man who made $50,000 damn dollars, who works in a warehouse with 2 other dependents, is $10,000 in the hole, has to pay all the monthly fees and do all the travel. So you know what you did to that man? You ended him. A man who had good intentions of being in his children's life. The court systems ended him. So what is that man to do? Does that man go back to the streets? Because the only way not to lose his driver's license, not to lose his damn livelihood, not to lose his family that he's already been built, not to lose all of the things that he's worked hard for. The only thing he will be able to do is go back to the streets, hit a damn lick, or lose everything, go to prison, and then the cycle continues. While he's in jail, he can't do a damn thing. Where's he going to get that money from? He goes to jail, he loses his license. Guess what? The man has nothing. A man who took my advice and said, "Man, I want to go do the right thing, and I'm going to fight for my children. And I got to sit here and tell y'all this story." And they wonder why our men are so damn angry. But it's nothing to that modern woman. And y'all wonder why hell exists. What do you think the Most High God is going to do with the woman who sits in front of judgment seat after what she done to one of his soldiers who just wanted to do the damn right thing? Who just wanted to do the right thing. That's the system you living in. And that's how the child support system holds us all down as a generation. And it's not the low life, wicked black male that these women do this to. It's the good men who want to be fathers to their children. So when the scriptures say what they say in Isaiah chapter 3, verse 12, as for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err, and destroy the way of thy paths, and destroy the way of thy paths. They which lead thee. Because not only do they destroy the way of the man's path, but they destroy the way of those children's path. Because now they're raised without a father. That man goes to prison for child support, can't do anything, can't work, can't be there for the children, grows cold and bitter. All while his offspring are being raised by this woman. And now they fall into the same traps that the father fell into. They fall into the same snares, the same demonic impositions that he was faced to deal with. And let's say by some stretch of the imagination, that man gets out of that situation. He hits a lick. He gets a loan. Somehow he has favor on his side, and he's able to get out of that situation. Now the man has nothing. Now the man can't even travel to see his kids because guess what? He has no finances. So now he just became a paycheck. Now he just became someone who gives to this woman, but cannot be a father to his children. And now, if he does find a way to be around him, he's empty-handed. And the system have downtrodden this man so bad and oppressed him so bad that he's no good for them. Because as he was trying to build something, as he was trying to grow something and start a legacy and an empire for those children to have something which he never had, now it all goes into the system. Let's say by some stretch of the imagination, that brother was able to pay that $10,000 in the hole just starting off. A man who made 50 grand that year. Let's say by some stretch of the imagination, he's able to pay it. What happens to his livelihood? What happens to this man? All the things that he was building, it ceases. Yep, LaDonna says the Most High won't forsake him. Absolutely. And that's why I want everybody to pray for that brother, because that's a situation right there that is just alarming. That's a situation that's alarming. So I want y'all to pray for all men who are dealing with these type of situations, all brothers who are dealing with that. Somebody said, I caused this man all that pain. I'm gonna block this person. And that's the type of trolls that we get in our chat. That's what you got from that story, that I caused that man all that pain. No, the man doing the right thing often ends in persecution in this society. When a man wants to do his right, you're going to go through some things. And you know what? That brother's going to get through that. That brother's going to get through that situation. He will. It's a very painful situation, but the man will get through it. And the Most High won't forsake him. He never forsakes the righteous. And when we're trying to do the right thing, let's make that clear. But it's still nonetheless a horrible story. It's something horrible to have to endure. Timmy, thank you for the $5 contribution. Highly appreciate it. Timmy Lee says, I was alienated from my children. I've been abused physically, mentally, and he says physically twice. Came into the truth of God and had custody of my children for almost 2 years now, and I received child support. Timmy Lee, that's what's up. See, that's an anomaly right there, and I'm glad to hear that. That's what's up. See, that should be words of motivation to keep the good fight. N Only says, thank you for the $5 contribution, says Shalom New Breed. I usually don't share my P info, but I actually fighting to see my beautiful 1-year-old daughter. Brothers, keep your head up. Yep, absolutely. Keep on fighting, brother. And I'm not telling brothers not to fight, because you got to do what you got to do. But I just want to show you how much the odds are stacked up against our men. The odds are stacked up against us. Straight up. Now, I want to go to a source here. And y'all make sure y'all get the thumbs up on this broadcast. And somebody asked where they could help. You know, we've already been reaching out and helping the brothers within the community. Hopefully the brother, if he's watching, he starts one of those fundraisers, because it seemed like the single modern woman can easily start a fundraiser and gain a bunch of money for some nonsense. Ray Leon, thank you for the $20 contribution. He says, I paid child support for 19 years. It was a struggle, but I learned so many jewels from that journey. I didn't realize it at the time that the Most High guided me through it all. All praises to the Most High. All praises. All praises. Yeah, somebody said, sound like he did it to himself. I mean, it's still nonetheless a bad situation. It just shows that this system is extremely flawed. Cool Gents, thank you for the $5 contribution. Says, much respect to you, New Breed. May the Most High continue to bless you. Thank you, brother. Highly appreciate it. Highly appreciate you, bro. I'm going to share my screen with y'all. And this is a sister holding other women accountable for their actions when it comes to child support and what she thinks about the child support system. Let's see. Y'all give me one moment here. Let's see. Yeah, somebody said it, extremely flawed. All right. I want you to listen to this sister's opinion on this all, and I'm going to chime in.
Oh, hi, everybody. So I posted on my Facebook page earlier that I feel like the child support system needs to be destroyed. And I do. And it got a lot of feedback, which is what I wanted. I wanted us to be able to have a conversation about this. And because I believe that's what we should do, we need to talk about the issues. And one of the comments on there in particular that stood out for me, and it's something that we often hear, is that if men don't want children, that they should take the proper precautionary measures. You never hear that said to a woman.
You never hear that said to a woman. If men don't want children, they should take the proper precautionary procedures or methods, right? Right? You always hear that. And that's why I'm not going to be too forceful on you brothers, even though, listen, brothers, you got to be careful where you plant your seed. Definitely got to be careful, because you're going to end up in a world full of pain. But listen, nobody ever tells these women to keep their legs closed. Nobody ever holds these women accountable. And they are the ones who are the gatekeepers. They are the ones who allow these men to go inside of them. They are the ones who open the gates. It ain't no getting in unless the gates are open. They are the ones who choose. Listen, these women be choosing. They choose. All my real brothers understand that these women be choosing. But they're never held accountable. But it's always the man, right? Let's continue here.
The only precautionary measure that a man has is either not having sex or wearing condoms.
Not having sex is the only safe sex. Point blank, period. That goes for both parties involved.
Or sterilization, and in this case, let's be realistic and say his only option is condoms. Whereas women, we have over 30 methods of birth control.
Women have over 30 methods of birth control. Now, I'm pro-life. I'm a staunch pro-life advocate. I don't believe in birth control. If you don't want their babies, keep your damn legs closed. Point blank, period. That's how it should be. That's birth control for you. You don't want children, stop having sex. That's birth control. That's biblical birth control right there.
Available to us, and if that fails, we have
But they have a lot more birth control methods than a man does.
Emergency contraception called Plan B. If that fails, we have abortion. If that
They got the damn day after pill, all of that.
fails, we have adoption. So considering that we as women have all the options,
even adoption, all of those are options. They really are. Let's say you get pregnant and you don't want the baby, and you just want to use a baby for a weapon, just so you can, get your child support, get your welfare, get your TANF. If that's the only reason you looking at the baby is for a resource, then you don't have love in your heart. You don't need that child. Give it to a family who gonna love them.
I think that it's our responsibility to prevent unwanted pregnancies.
Yep.
It's that simple.
That simple.
Yes, there are men out there who say, oh, I love you, and I want to have a baby with you. I want to give you the world. But what's more important than what he says is what he does. If a man really wants to be with a woman, he's going to provide provision for her. He's going to be willing to make a commitment to her. He's going to tell her, as well as show her that this is what he wants. We as women find ourselves in situations where we're choosing horrible men.
Absolutely. A man who is in truth, a man who is about the real deal and having family is going to let it be known. I'm a family man. I want to have children. I want to have offspring. I want you to mother my child. I am family oriented. But guess what? She hit the hammer right on the nail when she said these women choose horrible ass men. They choose these men. They choose to get impregnated by worthless ass men. And nobody wants to hold them accountable. Matter of fact, we want to make these women seem heroic. We want to make these women seem heroic for choosing a worthless man, getting impregnated, and being a single mother. We want to award her for that. That's what this system does. I was sitting here watching a story on Kevin Durant, on his mother. They aired a film on Kevin Durant's mother, and they championed this woman for being a single mother. And they made it seem as if the father wasn't in the picture, even though in the movie multiple times he seemed to be in and out of their lives, according to the movie. But they try to champion these women for being single parents. I'm telling you, the rabbit hole goes deep, man. The rabbit hole goes deep. It is female worship going on in this country. Even though the reason Kevin Durant has such a sick ass jump shot is because your father's genetics. And shout out to Kevin Durant because he's from the DMV area and he has given back. And it is what it is. But that movie made your mom look bad. That movie didn't make your family look good at all. To have a movie like that put out is actually a shame. But the NBA The NBA constantly uses men that way, uses the players to champion single motherhood. And you got these young women out here thinking the first keys to success, as soon as she gets pregnant, get away from him. He's a problem. Get away from the husband. Get away from the boyfriend. Get away from the child's father, because he ain't nothing but a distraction. That's the first thing they think when they see these women being championed for raising these boys who happen to end up successful sometimes, which is a crapshoot. Let's make this clear. It's a crapshoot for these men to be successful and be raised by a single mother. More than likely, they're going to end up like Chief Keef.
And expecting them to be great fathers. The time to determine if a man will be a good father is before you have children with him.
Before you have children with him is when you determine whether it be a good father or not. But no, these women want thugs and gangsters. They want worthless ass men who don't want families. They want men who just want sex. They want men who tickle their ears. That's it.
Period. The child support system, abortions allow women to be reckless with their vaginas.
Yup, the child support system and abortions, it leave it for women to be reckless with their vaginas. The sister ain't lying. She ain't told not one lie. Some of these women got 2011 abortions. Some of y'all women out here are damn serial killers. Some of these women out here are serial killers. You got more bodies than a damn Boston Wrangler. You're reckless. You're anti-life.
Period. It does. And unlike women, men don't have options of escape.
Men don't have options of escape. Well, sir, I don't make enough money to be able to do that. Figure it out, nigger. Pardon my French. Let's recant that. Can't use those words. Figure it out. You're a man. Figure it out. Well, sir, I'm not going to be able to do this or do that because of this. I have this going on. Figure it out. Men are taught accountability at a very young age.
In the event that a woman decides that she doesn't want to be a mother, she could just have an abortion. What are the options for men who decide they don't want to be fathers? There aren't any.
There aren't any options. But if you don't want to be a father, you shouldn't be out here having sex. If you don't want to be a father, don't have sex. Because 9 times out of 10, a child is going to come from it. That's what happens. That's what sex is for. You don't want the babies. Don't lay down with these women. Go celibate. Go monk mode if that's not what you want. But it just so happens that the women of this modern society are choosing these men who don't want kids. But they're using them for resources.
A woman can have a baby or as many babies as she wants to, as recklessly as she would like to. And she has things available to her, such as WIC, food stamps, cash assistance.
Hold on, let me see. Let's see here. This woman says Newbreed be talking out his neck. He ain't never been a woman or date a man. Everything and everybody you pick before marriage is not of God. You don't want. Listen to how ignorant this comment is. This is what I'm talking about. It says you pick before marriage is not of God. You don't know who, monster or holy. That would mean that your discernment is trash. That would mean that you have not been taught how to find a righteous man. If you don't know who you're opening your legs to, that means you have an issue. You see what happens when you give these women accountability. Not saying that that makes a woman a bad person. Doesn't mean that that woman is totally demonic because she has made mistakes in her past. But the reason why these videos are so necessary is so women can make better decisions in the future. All I heard was excuses just now. You don't know who a monster or a holy. Well, you should figure it out before you open your legs to them. And these women be acting like they don't know when a man is righteous or not. They be really acting like they don't have no intuition. You know every damn thing else, but you don't know whether or not you opening your legs to a devil or a righteous man or not. You have no idea what you're opening your legs to. But you modern women seem to know every damn thing else, though. You know everything. But you don't know who going inside you. You don't know whose seed is being planted in your damn womb. Sound like to me your discernment is trash. And instead of you thinking about what you done done and the mistakes you made, you should think about how to make better decisions. So we can stop having these single mothers raising these goddamn savages with no fathers. Got all these men putting their damn demon seed in you. Because you want to play like you don't know what you're dealing with. You knew that man was evil and wicked. That's what made your coochie tingle. You knew he was foul. That's what made you horny. You knew he was evil. These women know what the hell they dealing with. They knew the devil was telling them sexy little lies. That's what turned them on. They know what they was laying in the bed with. They wasn't trying to hear the man that was righteous that said he want to have a family. They wasn't trying to hear the brother who was following the scriptures, who was following the Bible. They wasn't trying to hear the righteous man who was trying to tell these women to be chaste and modest. I can't even believe this woman fixed her mouth to say that. You don't even realize that comments like that make you look bad.
The subsidized housing, car vouchers, you name it, typically she can get it. Whereas a man who can't take care of his kids, he's thrown under the jail. He doesn't
Thrown under the. How can he provide if he's in jail? He can't
have a driver's license.
No.
Or he's hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt.
Because that's what the system wants. It wants to destroy the head. It wants to make sure that men are not able to provide. It wants men in financial ruins. It wants our whole legacy and nation destroyed. And here's the crazy part about it. The gentleman who went through the situation I spoke about earlier in child support, when he fought to get his children, he asked the child support agency, he asked them, if I was able to come up with half of this, and I was able to give half right now, what percentage of the money will go to my children? What percentage of the money will go to my children? And you know what the answer was? The answer was, that's up to the judge. That's up to the judge. So the child support that the man is paying, the judge decides what percentage actually goes to the mother, the child of the mother, or the mother, your child's mother. Yeah, absolutely. So somebody's getting paid. Somebody's getting paid, and it ain't. Listen, it ain't the mother, and it damn sure the father's being damn sure stripped and raped of his resources. But guess who's getting paid? The judges, the lawyers, the agencies. All while your nation is being stomped out. All while your nation is being destroyed.
For a child he didn't want to begin with. It is as simple as this. Stop forcing men who don't want to be fathers, and you won't have so many children out here who don't have a dad or someone to love them, to raise them properly.
No, because these women think they can change a worthless man. That's what it is. They don't want a man who is established. They don't want a man of stature. They don't want a man of the Most High. They don't want a man of truth. No. They want a man that they can change. that they believe they can change. And they want to get impregnated. They want to get impregnated by these men, thinking that they can make them fathers.
If you know that it takes two to have a baby, what makes you think it doesn't take two to raise one? Two loving people. You need to make an expectation for men to make a commitment to you before they can lay with you, before they can have babies with you. Women, we need to be more responsible with our bodies.
See, I knew I was going to drive the trolls crazy with this topic. And after I respond to this comment once again from the same sister, I'm going to block you. Because you would have thought you would have sat back and humbled yourself and took heed to sound wisdom. She goes on to say, new breed twisting words and ideas. No sex before marriage, otherwise you are playing Russian roulette. A godly man would marry. Sex before marriage is a sin. Sex is marriage according to the Bible. Are you truly still talking about the marriage certificate of this society? Sex is marriage. The hell are you talking about? Sex is marriage. So before you have sex with someone, before a person lies down and have sex with an individual, you should already know who you're dealing with. We're not talking about marriage according to this world. The Most High said, what I bring together, let no man separate. A marriage certificate is no good. You can wipe your ass with that document. It means nothing to the Most High. In slavery, people was jumping over a broom. So before you open your legs up to an individual, you should know who you're dealing with. That's the bottom line. And if you made mistakes in the past, then you should have grown since then. That's it. How is that so hard to understand? Matter of fact, the block sound effects. Let's get it. There you go. You're out of there. Put you out your misery. You're watching the wrong channel.
And be honest about the choices that we make. Did you know that 59% of Black women don't know who their baby's father is? Did you know that?
Wow. Wow. But y'all against polygyny, though. But polygyny is a problem. 59% of these women don't even know who their child's father is. She got multiple phalluses going in her. She dealing with multiple men, and these women be having multiple baby fathers. But y'all got a problem with a man having more than one wife and everybody getting along and everybody producing generational wealth and everybody working together to start family businesses, everybody working together to make sure the children have a proper care provider. Oh, y'all got a problem with polygyny, but y'all have no problem with these women running around with multiple phalluses entering their bodies, having multiple baby daddies. Y'all have no problem with these women being welfare queens, all on damn TANF and child support. There's a woman out there, there's a woman out there who got 7 baby fathers and all of them on child support. And she living like a fat rat. With multiple seeds and multiple DNA up in her body. But nobody got a problem with that. But polygyny is so evil to y'all. A man having more than one wife? Hell yeah, a man having more than one wife. Because with all these wicked ass men out here dealing with these hood rats, you need righteous men. Listen, there's multiple women out there who need a righteous man. Period. Y'all just too brainwashed to this Western way of living. This westernized mentality. As if these people have your best interests at heart. You see the division that they doing amongst our people. These people don't care about us. They want the man in financial ruins, and they want the woman relying on a white daddy to provide for them, which is the system. And he gets a cut out of all of it. He gets paid on your families being separated.
What does that tell you? Does that mean the men are whores or that the women are?
The women and the men. The men are whoremongers and the women are whores. But you can't call a woman a whore these days. Whore. You can call a man a whoremonger all day. You can't call a woman what the Bible calls them who live this way, this reckless lifestyle. What she is a whore. That's what she is, a damn whore. Period.
Because that would tell me that women are being reckless. And instead of being held accountable for their recklessness, they're rewarded for it.
Yep.
And the only people who suffer are the men. And
instead of being held accountable for their recklessness, she is awarded for it. She is awarded for being reckless. John Durham, thank you for the $25 contribution. Says, Newbury, keep up the great work and speaking on things most congregations are not wanting to flock about. Thank you, brother. All praises to the Most High. Yeah, Trust God said, wow, that's a high percentage. That's a very high percentage. But that's what happens when you empower these women, making them believe that they're equal to men and they can live the same lifestyle that some of these men live and still deem themselves as womanly. They're even awarded for it, being reckless, having babies by men who are drug dealers, who are savages. And then you want to raise up, your sons to be mama's boys. Then you want to raise up your son in utter confusion. Then you want to turn your son into your man once you realize that your life is over pretty much, that you've been ran through, that you done dealt with multiple men, and all you got to show for it is your sons or your daughters. You don't have no love. You don't have no ring on your finger. Your whole life has been spent being in the face of these men, and now you all alone, so now your son becomes your damn man. All of those men that you had babies by can't be a problem. Now your son is your man. So now he has the masculinity of a man, but he has the emotional intelligence of a woman. Now he thinks like a woman, but he looks like a man. So now the man doesn't have discipline over himself. He doesn't know how to control his emotions. So now he's released into the community to be a terrorist. Now the son is released into the community to be a damn terrorist, adding to the confusion in the communities. Let's continue.
The children, yet we're supposed to exalt women as queens.
This woman is the real deal. I respect her immensely.
Queens of what?
Queens of what? Welfare queens. That's what they are.
And you may not like what I'm saying. You might find it offensive, and
The hell with them.
I really don't care, because the truth is sometimes offensive. It doesn't feel good all the time. And we need to be honest about this, ladies. We need to be held responsible and accountable for our actions. And that includes who we allowed to sleep with us.
Exactly. And that's a red flag, brothers. Anytime you get with a sister off break, if she's talking negative about her child's father, run away. That should be a red flag. Some women, they have children, and it is what it is, or they have a child from another man. It is what it is. It happened. They're not together. Things didn't work out. She don't have nothing to do with him, not physically or whatever. That happens sometimes. All right. But if you meet a woman and that woman automatically is like, my baby daddy ain't this and that, my baby daddy ain't that, and we going through this, and listen, run away, run away, run away. I'm telling you, that's a red flag. She has no accountability for opening her legs to that man. Bova D Hart, thank you for the $5 contribution. Highly appreciate it. B Don, thank you for the $5 contribution. Says, to answer your question, honestly, they do not have a problem with it. The brainwashing is deep, my brother. Absolutely. Let's continue.
And who we sleep with. Because we women are out there just as bad as the men are.
Yeah, these women out here these days are vain. They're not looking towards righteousness. They're not looking at things spiritually. They're only looking at how cute they think a man is. It's all about looks, or it's all about what a man got, or what he appears to have. It's all about a man's swag, right? All of these just vain things. These things that have no spiritual relevance. You ain't looking for a man who talking right. You ain't looking for a man who's maintaining, who has a reputation that precedeth itself. They're not looking for men who take care of themselves and have a reputation. No, they're looking for the man who eat chicken wings from the carryout all damn day, smoke weed and drink alcohol all day, who hang out with their damn pants sagging off their ass. That's who they're looking for. And they got the nerve to be impregnated by these men. They're looking for the incubus DNA. Telling you, too focused on vanity. Can't fight the truth. It is what it is.
If not worse. I know women who've had sex with over 50, 60 guys.
Damn.
How?
Damn. You know when you dealing with that over 50, 60 guys, instead of hearing a queef, you already know the sound you're going to hear. When you getting it in with that, you ain't going to hear no little queef. It ain't going to be no little air. You're going to hear that. You already know what y'all going to hear. You're going to hear the damn. Over 50, 60, you're going to be hearing that. You're going to be hearing that damn. Oh, you're going to be hearing that beefs. When that air come out, oh, man. Because you're talking about 50 or 60, all different shapes and sizes. Telling you, bro. That's the times you living in. And she ain't lying. That's a normal number for these women these days. That's not normal. And if you had 50 or 60 men, it's time for you to start repenting. It's time for you to start living a lifestyle that seeks of repentance. Find you a husband and settle down. Seriously.
How do you have sex with so many men? And a 72-hour window that you can get pregnant. Right. But you don't know who your baby's father is. And yet we don't call these women out for what they are, which they are whores.
Thank you.
Reckless.
Yes.
But we expect these men to jump up and say, yeah, I'm that baby's father. I
Preach.
want to take care of you and take care.
Hold on, let me rewind this. Man, this is such a breath of fresh air.
And who we sleep with. Because we women are out there just as bad as the men are, if not worse. I know women who've had sex with over 50, 60 guys.
Damn.
How do you have sex with so many men in a 72-hour window that you can get pregnant? That you don't know who your baby's father is.
Preach.
And yet we don't call these women out for what they are, which they are whores.
Preach.
Reckless.
Damn.
But we expect these men to jump up and say, yeah, I'm that baby's father. I want to take care of you and take care of them. No. Be realistic, ladies. Make better choices in men. Choose men that want to be with you. Make a commitment to you. And then have babies.
Right. It's really not rocket science. These women just don't want to let people know that they're operating on that low level and they're not looking for good men. They try to act like good men ain't out here. No, you're not choosing good men, period.
If we did that, there would be a lot less unwanted children in this world. There would be a lot less single mothers out here. Because as much as we like to say, oh, she's strong, she's a single mother, there is nothing strong or beautiful about being a single mother.
Not a damn thing. Why do we always champion that damn behavior? Because I'm a single mother. That should be shameful. Now, this is no disrespect to single mothers out there, but damn it, you shouldn't be awarded for being a single mother. You should be awarded for being a wife. For being a wife. Someone who maintained and made sure your family stayed together. Made sure that you was there for your husband to make sure he reached his full potential. The Most High God did not intend on you being no damn single mother.
especially when it's a result of your own reckless choices. Period.
Nothing but the facts. Nothing but the facts. Where did that woman lie? Somebody said spiritual, not just sexual and physical. Yup. 60 plus spirits. Yup. Somebody said I've been with 2 and that's too many. See, I can respect that. Yep. Somebody said she's speaking powerful truth or facts. That's real deal. Samuel says awarded for single mother. What kind of reward is that? Never heard that in my life. It's my first time hearing it. No, listen. Every time the reward would be child support, the reward would be TANF, the reward would be welfare, the reward would be food stamps. That's the reward. Do you understand? That's the reward. And then society likes to uplift these particular women. Society likes to venerate these women. Like I use it as an example, the Kevin Durant biography or the biography on his mother. I think it was called like Mama Durant or something like that. It came on, I don't know if it was on Prime or Netflix. It was on something. How they champion these women. They champion these women who raised these men who end up being successful, although they did it as a single mother. But they don't point at the women who raised demons, who raised these little bastards out here that's on demon time, the ones out here drilling. Because most of the time, a single mother is raising those. They don't even know how to discipline a young man. A lot of single women, the way they go about discipline is a form of emasculation. Yo, why is it that I blocked this person and they found a way back in here? If I got any moderators in the building, make sure Azariah, the God lover, make sure she's blocked. Every time she comes on, she had ample opportunity to humble herself. And she continues to come back with nonsense rhetoric. Yep, somebody said this is the one topic Congress will never address. Facts, though. Facts, though. They'll never address that. That's what people need to be working for. Before you cast your vote, you need to find out what they're going to do about child support. What they're going to do about these reckless ass women out here who's being awarded for being reckless. And let me put this in a perspective. If a man does make more money than a woman, right? Then why not allow the children to live with that man so they can have a better lifestyle instead of giving his finances to that woman? Why not those children be raised with the man? You got all these entertainers, you got all of these artists, Dr. Dre, child support get raised every single month. A woman could just go back and say, no, I want that child support lift. I want it from 5,000 to 18,000 to 20,000. Why? Because that person's a millionaire? Because they were responsible and did something, made something of themselves. You should get above the standard. Why not every woman get the same amount? Every woman who reckless out here, who getting impregnated by these worthless ass men, why isn't there a standard amount of money that all these women should get? Because a man made something of himself, you should reap the benefits? Nah. The option should be either give the child to the father or get the standard amount. So you can get up off your ass and make something of yourself. That's what it should be. St. J, thank you for the $5 contribution. Says, and to our people awake through knowledge and understanding, it's the only way we're going to overcome the problem of the society. Facts, though. That's real deal. We got to wake up to this biblical truth. Somebody said, yeah, Jaleesa said that's fair. It is fair. That's very fair. That's logical. Okay, he makes this amount of money, the children should go to him. So those children can have the same lifestyle that he worked for. Or you get the standard amount of a person who has a baby out of wedlock. You get the standard amount. Why does that man have to continually make more money to fit her lifestyle? It's just extremely flawed. It's horrible. It's really enslavement. Let's talk about this feminism. This is the product of feminism. This is the product of feminism. Now I'm gonna share my screen with y'all, because we're gonna hear from women who got some damn sense. We already heard one sister that got some sense, and now I'm gonna go to another, the Honorable Shahrazad Ali, on how feminism destroyed the black family. How feminism destroyed the black family. Y'all get the thumbs up on this live stream. Y'all already know what they're doing. I mean, these people working day in and day out to suppress my channel. And they know that these videos have a huge impact and have a huge influence on our people. And that's why they suppress my numbers day in and day out. Better believe I've been under a shadow ban. They cap my numbers like clockwork. It's going to really take respectable, honorable people to share my content. It's like putting in this work. I shouldn't have to beg my people to go out there and share my content everywhere. But no matter how good of content I put out, y'all not supporting it the way y'all should be. Even if I'm not speaking of those who donating and supporting the work, but even if you don't have the financial capabilities of supporting the ministry, at the least hit the damn like button. That's all I ask for y'all, to hit the damn like button. Yeah, I mean, it's disrespectful. We had the 750 limit and somebody said we got 350 likes. I mean, damn, what you watching me for? What you watching for? This ain't for entertainment. Our people need to hear this. Don't you understand that our people need this word? Let's continue.
And you're going to take one of these things and it's worse and it will destroy your nation. They didn't give us that information. They didn't tell us that if you give up the man, you're going to take one of these things and it's worse and it will destroy your nation.
They didn't tell these women, if you get all of these financial support systems and you get rid of the man, they didn't tell you what the outcome was going to be. Let's continue.
They didn't give us that information. They made us think that it was some kind of glorified position to brag about the fact that I got my own job, my own credit card, my own car, so I don't need no man.
Yep, that's what they say. I heard a lady said the best D in the world is direct deposit. That's what she said. The best D in the world is direct deposit. That shows two things. She only looks at men for their sexual, their phallus. She only looks at men sexually. That's what that shows. And it shows that she feel like she don't need a man. She ain't interested in children. She ain't interested in family. She ain't interested in being a team player. A woman who said that means she only interested in money. She believed that that's life. And that's how these modern women think.
I don't even know how we got that mixed up. Ain't none of that got nothing to do with being with no man.
None of it have nothing to do with being with no man. Facts, though. Yeah. Because a woman who's with a righteous man, everything is taken care of. She's good. They're working together. They're able to have some of the finer things in life because they're working as a team. You bring us together, we do so much more damage. Satan's biggest enemy is the family.
We have some serious relationship problems that nobody has been able to address us on because everybody wants to pretend that this is not going on. Yeah. Over 60% of our women are single, widowed, separated, or divorced. They don't have a man. I just came out of Florida and they got a housing complex that the Urban League built, which is a black organization.
And thank y'all for liking the stream. Somebody said we up to 6 something. Let's make sure we up to 7 something. We got 754 people in here. Everybody who watching the stream, even if you disagree, hit it with a dislike. Because we need these type of conversations on the table. Deanna Denise, thank you for the $10 contribution. Love from Pittsburgh. Shout out to Pittsburgh. One and only. Thank you for the $2 super sticker. Highly appreciate you. Yeah, somebody said, nah, get this joint up to 1K. I feel you, bro. Let's go.
That is for women and children only. They say they don't allow any men in there. I didn't have time to deal with it, but I talked about them real bad. That's the silliest program I've ever heard of. You know the women that had men if they got a bunch of children. They need.
I love them women with chubby cheeks, boy. I don't know what it is. You know, both of the sisters had chubby cheeks. They be looking cute with them chubby cheeks. But I ain't gonna get diverted from the message. Continue.
Fathers. They need protection. We hear about the drug problem that we have in our projects across the country. It's one of the major places that we have a drug problem. You know, we talk about the great strength that we have as Black women. Well, the welfare department don't rent government apartments to single Black men. Those apartments belong to Black women.
Right.
Who are allowing this to go on in their home.
Right.
We have not looked at what part of the responsibility do we share. Yes, Black men sell a lot of drugs, and a lot of us Black women get money from them drugs to buy some of these fancy clothes we wear.
Exactly. And the thing is, like, I'm gonna put this out here. I don't like drug dealers. I never did, never had respect for them, even when I was out here in the streets doing dirt. They were targets. I looked at them as targets. And I just didn't like drug dealers at all. And now I can kind of understand why a lot of these men who got multiple children out here, they turn from working a legit job. And you do have some brothers out here who deal drugs because they don't see no other damn way. They don't see no other way. Ain't nobody finna put them in no house. Ain't nobody finna give them no type of social services. Ain't nobody finna help these men. It's like this system encourages drug dealing. Now, I'm against it. When you begin to open your eyes and follow the Most High and follow the scriptures, he can pull you out of that lifestyle. But your heart's intentions got to be pure. It got to be pure. But, you know, at the end of the day, these drug dealers need to understand that they're destroying the community from the inside out. And just because you're not afforded certain opportunities, you're going to have to think outside the box and make a way for yourself. Because the same hustle that you got to deal drugs and the same mathematics you got to deal drugs, that's the same organization skills and drive that you can put towards building a business. And that's just my advice for anybody who go drawing outside of the lines to try to make an extra buck in order to feed your children. You got to come up with something else.
Drive around in some of these fancy cars. He is not doing these things alone and without support from us, whether they are good or bad. See, we have a lot of power. We are very strong women. I'm saying that we're using our strength in the wrong direction.
Right.
We're using it to tear our man down, tear our nation down instead of building it up.
You're tearing a man down. You're tearing a nation down instead of building it up. And let me tell you what's happening. Hosea chapter 4, verse 2. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out in blood toucheth blood. It's causing total anarchy in the streets. It's causing death among our communities. Your sons are being raised to be savages without the fathers. With you relying on this system, you're drawing a wedge between your children and their fathers. And now these men are growing bitter and they're growing cold. And that's why these men are just pumping and dumping, smashing and dashing. They've grown bitter. They've grown callous because they found out that our women cannot be trusted. They can't be trusted because anytime there's any type of issue, anytime there's any type of problem in a relationship, the kids get used as pawns. Their hearts are getting hardened. The children get used as pawns because they like, look, nigga, I will put you on child support and I will leave this and I will leave you that and you're going to have a problem with this and you ain't going to be able to do that. They will use these children as weapons so men have no trust. I'm telling you, we got to do better. Our sisters got to do better. Stop dealing with men who ain't righteous. Find you a God-fearing man and settle down. Build a family. I seen one sister in the chat says she loves her money and her husband. She says, I love and need my hubby and our money. As if you can't have one without the other. That's what I'm saying. I'm glad you shared that, sis. She got money and a hubby. These women be acting like it has to be a choice. Now I'm gonna get the bag. The hell with these dudes. I'm gonna go get a bag. Reggie Melanin, thank you for the $5 contribution. Love from France, Paris. France in the house. Thank you, brother. We worldwide to the 12 tribes. Somebody said she married to the money too. Hey, men, listen, men can come with resources. We're not going to demonize a man coming with resources. She should be able to enjoy her lifestyle. If she's holding it down as a woman and she's doing what she need to do, she should be able to enjoy her lifestyle.
Having an education and a job does not necessarily mean you have a successful life. I keep telling Black women that to raise a child, they say, well, I provided with food, clothing, and shelter. That's not raising a child, that's maintaining one.
Exactly.
To raise a child, you need a parental coalition of a man and a woman.
You need a parental coalition, man and a woman. They need to see both sides. Just because you feeding them children, just because you clothing those children, that don't mean you're raising them. The streets is raising them. The internet is raising them. Social media is raising them. You ain't doing nothing but supplying needs. That's it. It takes a family to raise children. Someone say it takes a village to raise these children.
We have sons who are, by not having a father in the home, they don't know how to respect women. They take on the Black feminine female emotionalism.
Right?
They're doubtful. They're indecisive. They can't make decisions. They don't know what to do about being a man because we can't teach them. We don't have that knowledge.
Exactly.
We have daughters who grew up in a home where they don't see any affection, where there's no man there. They go out into the world and try to mate. They don't have no idea how to be no woman to no man.
Exactly.
How to function in a house with a man. Because they haven't seen it. Most of our children, just like us, get all the information you have about how you deal with a mate off television.
Exactly. Exactly. They get all their information on television. I seen something very troubling. I seen Meek Mill. He had a bus, a tour bus, that pulled up in the Black community. And I don't know why nobody told me about this earlier. I ain't get no inbox or nothing. I know I'm probably about a week late reacting to this. He pulls up to the Black community in a tour bus with our women, melanated women, bent over. Somebody said the video is echoing. Okay, I'll turn it down some. Pulls in the Black community with our melanated women bent over with thongs on. Actually, I don't think they had any panties on at all. And they painted this as art. Bent over on a tour bus with the coochie lips hanging out. All for the Black community to see as a representation of our women. Somebody said, bruh, stop worrying about the likes. Ain't nobody worrying about the likes. What we want is our people to be able to see this real content. It has nothing to do with liking. It has more to do with spreading the word. So you just earned yourself a block because now I know that you just watching just to be watching. Negroes always want something free. Negroes don't ever want to help and support their own people. That's why we in the condition we in. You had this tour bus where all these young girls see our women depicted as whores and tramps, bent over, showing their insides. So what you think these little girls gonna do? What you think these little girls gonna do when they see billboards of the so-called black woman bent over, all in the public's view? When they see their Nicki Minaj's, when they see the Cardi B's, what you think these women gonna do? They're gonna mirror themselves off the harlot. They're gonna mimic what they see. It's sad, man. Hopefully the video is not echoing. If it is, y'all let me know. I'll play a couple more minutes of this, and I'll share the lecture for this video in my detail section after the video is over, in the community section.
It's the only medium that shows us everybody being together. Those rules have not worked for us. The white woman's liberation movement, we don't have anything to do with that. We have not been under the control of the black man for over 500 years, so what do we have to get liberated from them from?
Right, exactly. And that's the point I wanted to make. Somehow these women have been persuaded that the black man is the enemy. Sisters, we've never had the financial capabilities to oppress you. We're not the problem. We're not the ones who oppressed you. So you think that black men are the reason why you're not able to make it in life, and that's just not the case. We never had the financial status to be able to oppress anybody. There's puppet masters who are responsible for this separation. Kicking, thank you for the $20 contribution. Highly appreciate you, bro. Yeah, Lisa says, come with intelligent comments, not wasting time comments. Facts, though. Somebody said, big facts. We on the same team, ladies. Yeah. We on the same team. Pixie Glam says, our children are grown, and they still get checked for what they wear around us. LOL. Better not catch them with their cookies out. Facts, though. Real talk. Because, see, a parent will never stop being a parent. Let's see. Somebody said, I could care less how much money a man makes. I simply want to be covered. I've always just wanted to be covered. Facts, though. LaDonna, thank you for the $10 contribution. Says, thank you for spreading the truth. New Breed, thank you for being you. Thank you, sis. Another one with those cute, chubby cheeks. Thank you, sister. I appreciate the support. Says, New Breed. And people wonder why sanctified men aren't getting married. Marrying to what? No, not if a man lays with a prostitute, they shall become one flesh. Facts, though. They have normalized our sisters being prostitutes. They have normalized it. Cardi B said, blank them, then I get some money. Blank them, then I get some money. That's the prostitute. And that's what our sisters been relegated to. Lola says, I want you to educate myself to get the knowledge of the Most High God, to be aware of what is happening in the society. And because I know deep in my heart, New Breed have the best interests of us all. Thank you, sister. Highly appreciate that. Yup. Ashley says, you could tell the music they playing is to separate us. That's a fact. Real talk. That's exactly what it's designed for. And that's why you got all these damn men practicing homies over hoes, and all the women on one side of the club and all the men on the other side. Ain't no unity. And the 90s, listen, in the 90s, you had Belle Biv DeVoe. In the 90s, you had 112. You had Drew Hill. You had all these groups that was serenading these women and had brothers and sisters coming together, creating life. You ain't got that no more. Now what you got? It ain't nothing to cut that off. It ain't nothing to cut that trick off, right? Now you got the love of many waxing cold. I'm telling you, man, feminism has done a number on our sisters. Now, what the scriptures say? In Proverbs chapter 11, verse 22, it reads, as a jewel of gold in a swine's snout, so is a fair woman without discretion. You got all these beautiful sisters out here being compared to as a pig with a nose ring. That's what the Bible compares them to. That's what the Most High compares them to. Why? Because they don't have no discretion. They get online and they let all their damn nooks and crannies hang out for the world to see. So the Most High deems these women as pigs. Straight up. Victoria says, I'm a 90s baby and people wonder why I only listen to childhood music so much more. Absolutely. I'm on the same frequency. Somebody said, a lot of women don't respect the heart of men and see our emotions or gentle nature as a sign of weakness. That's a fact. Good brothers get overlooked out here for the flash. Absolutely. And that's what's going on in this society. Telling y'all, man, I had to really break this thing down, what feminism has done, what the child support system is all about, and how these women are raising these monsters. They're raising these little demons because there's no father in a picture. It takes a united coalition to raise a family. It takes the man and the woman. It takes a village. And that's why poly is such a positive thing, because listen, you don't have to rely on this system for childcare. You don't have to rely on this system for generational wealth. You don't have to rely on this system for anything. You can live fruitful and multiply with your wives, and life goes on how it's supposed to go on. And those children have more than one person helping, more than one person there, more than one sister to relieve another sister of her motherly duties. I'm telling you, man, it is what it is, brothers and sisters. I don't know if this video is going to be able to remain here on this platform. Only time will tell. If it doesn't, y'all need to follow me on Patreon, because that's where we'll go. So you can watch this on the playback. Somebody said it right. They're raising effeminate men. Absolutely, they are. These single women are raising monsters. They're raising demons and savages. So, follow me on Patreon. The link is in the description box. Also, if you would like to support this work via Cash App, 10% of all contributions go back to the people. Follow me on Instagram at Newbreed404. Also, ladies and gentlemen, share this video. If you gain any edification, share. I need all you brothers and sisters to make sure this platform can stay afloat, and share all these live streams. All it takes is a button. Hit the share button. All right. Also, join me as a member here on New Breed to the world over. And also go subscribe to New Breed Music and Motivation. I will be over there doing more content. More than likely today, I'll be back over there on New Breed Music and Motivation. All right. I may even just do my Sabbath lesson over there this evening. So you're getting content everywhere. I'm giving y'all a lot of content. So show your appreciation by sharing. I love y'all. Y'all be safe out here. Shalom and peace.